Welcome to Healing Through Dentistry podcast,
where we redefine health, wellness, and the power of your smile.
We're your hosts,
Hanna
and Eva, twin sisters, qualified dentists and medical doctors.
This is more than a dental podcast.
It's a journey into profound connection between oral health and whole body healing.
Through personal stories, inspiring client transformations, and expert insights,
we explore how dentistry can ignite energy, relieve chronic pain, and transform lives.
Get ready to discover the extraordinary ways your smile can heal, inside and out.
Let's begin. Welcome to the next episode. We are talking about wisdom teeth.
Welcome back. And so today it is going to be all about the procedure of, extraction or taking your wisdom teeth out, what we do recommend and why. So in the last episode, if you'd like to pause maybe and listen to the previous one first, that would be great because we talk about a couple of questions which we hear all the time. First one is, do we need wisdom teeth? And the second one is, do they all need to be removed?
And we were talking about connection between the teeth and other parts in the body.
Yes. And so today it is about what we believe at DuoSmile is the best in order to do the extractions. So first of all, it's all going to be about bone healing protocol we've mentioned here so many times before, because the first thing is that you need to get ready for your wisdom teeth removal. It doesn't necessarily need to be a wisdom tooth, any tooth in general, but most people do deal with wisdom teeth removals. That's why we're just going to be probably pointing out to the wisdom teeth.
And most of times we hear and we see that the wisdom teeth, they have been removed because there was an urgency. So we would like to prevent that and, start talking about it as soon as we see wisdom teeth on the dental x-ray, ideally 3D image, and just prepare and kind of give clients information ahead of the procedure. Also, most of the times we deal with wisdom teeth at the young age, or which is around 20, which the body is super not ready for extraction because it's a party time, you don't eat well, you have pizza, you have parties, and then you have the wisdom teeth removed and the cavities or the sockets after the extractions are not healed properly. And we have the seed for another chronic inflammation, which we don't even know that might happen.
So very important is to really educate your clients, or we educate our DuoSmile guests to prepare for wisdom teeth. Not mentally, like most people just need to prepare themselves mentally, but it's more on a physical level. So supplements and vitamins, protein, but also education. So we do encourage people to read a certain book about wisdom tooth and, find out information even about the bone healing protocol, because we believe that the information and education is the key and you need to do it from your own will, not that we do recommend it or we do kind of, sometimes maybe people are forced to do it because they were told to do it.
By the specialist. The doctor said it's good or, it's not good for me.
I believe that we're different in that sense as well. I never force people to do stuff, even though I might, and I very often believe that would be great for them. But if they're not in a place of, making the decisions of having wisdom teeth removed or their root canal treated teeth removed, it is their will and they will be dealing with the consequences. But I do like to give them information. What is a great resource, and you can write it down if you like, is a book called It's All in Your Mouth by Dr. Dominic Nischwitz. We do have it on our web in a library. There is a lot of information. It's a full book of
biological dentistry, and it's a booklet, so it's nothing to scare about book size. It's a booklet. You can find the chapter you're looking for: wisdom teeth or root canal treated teeth or cavitations.
Yeah. Or I love the book also because they do, or he does, Dominic explains how important vitamins, minerals, and macronutrients in our healing. So that's one. And the second one would be a documentary called Root Cause, because like movie is easy to absorb and it's a great movie based on a true story where it is not specifically about wisdom teeth. It's more about a root canal experience of the person. But there are specialists who do speak about biological dentistry and the connections to other organs and the whole body dentistry, so-called. So we do recommend that as well. So you can get ready and, you can perceive the information in a different manner, and it might help you to decide what you want with your body, or whether you want the wisdom tooth to be removed or whether you want to keep it. So first of all, bone healing protocol.
What does it
Nutrition.
involve? So we advise clients to stop eating gluten, so gluten free, sugar free, oil seeds free, alcohol free, caffeine free, that freaks them out,
Dairy free.
and dairy free, the conventional dairy free, and smoking, of course.
So this is for how long, Eva?
This is for at least a month before and a month after the surgery.
If people, again, we've had this discussion before, but in general, if people are healthy, do not have chronic issues, autoimmune diseases, other stuff, we do recommend at least 2 to 4 weeks before and 4 weeks after. But again, the protocol is individual. And as well, if, person has autoimmune disease or chronic issues, or is a professional sportsman or sportswoman, then we do recommend a slightly different regimen. But in general, a month before and a month after, we do recommend to inflammation-free foods in the manner Eva just listed, and supplement with the so-called bone healing protocol, which has been actually evolved by Dr. Dominic Nischwitz. I just mentioned his book, and he sees how it's been working for him for at least 15 years. And we're very grateful that we could took over his protocol and be using it ourselves and recommending to our clients. So if it comes to the procedure, how it works, Eva? Is it like 1 day treatment? How do we do it?
This week Health Week, because you would be with us 3 consequent days, but not full days, because we would invite you to us in the afternoon the day before. We would start with infusion of the goodies, which are creating in the body all the health factors and growth factors, and vitamins and minerals are boosted. And so that's an hour the day before the surgery. The second day, you would be coming in the morning, and again, you would sit down in the dental chair. You will have your headset, alpha theta waves, listening to music. You would have another boost of minerals and vitamins and other goodies which are involved. And also, you would have your blood draw taken. We will place it in the centrifuge, and we will use the precious boosted blood to support the wounds after the teeth are removed.
We're just going to make a plasma from your blood, which is going to be full of,
growth factors and boosted with all the minerals and building blocks for the body to recover you have been taking a month before, plus the boost in the day. And then we would see you the very next day, and you would have your last sessions and last boost of vitamins and minerals, homeopathics and other goodies to support your body to heal. And that's an hour. So it's Health Week. You would honor your body. You would prepare for it. You would know that it would be 3 days for you. And people are amazed, and they are so, the stories with our clients are so nice. I would share one from recent days, which was with a client who had the wisdom tooth removed, and he's a super, super nice client who is into longevity, and he is a biohacker. He is a great sportsman, great runner. So we know 3 S's. So we know we have to be careful with him. The S sport means that he needs more supports, more supplements, and
more protein.
And he was so blown
away literally
with the experience because the day after the surgery, he said he couldn't sleep, but for the reason that he has created another 3 firms. He had so many ideas for new businesses. He had energy level up to the roof. And I'm so happy and smiling and seeing these results because this is the energetic level of the wisdom teeth. But also he was saying he wanted to talk to his wife all the time. So that's heart opening. That's the emotion behind like being grateful. And that was so beautiful that he shared with us this story. So we usually also use ozone therapy after the extractions.
Always.
So we invited him a couple of more times to see the progress. And the story was very beautiful. So he has no swelling, no pain. And I'm very grateful for the system Dr. Nischwitz developed. It's very beautiful to see the results.
It is a game changer because I just need to stress it again. People the very next day do come over with no swelling, no pain. They're happy. Some of them haven't slept very well, but I perceive it in that sense that first of all, we need to differentiate what's sleep, what's not, because usually they said, well, I think I slept halfway or kind of, not deep enough. But if it was any device which measured their sleep, I'd probably say it would have been okay. The reason for probably not sleeping, like, first of all, we do give people a cooling mask to sleep with. So that might be one of the kind of which can disturb them, for some people sleep with it really well. A special cooling device you wear on your face to cool to cool it down after the surgery. But some people sleep really well, but some people might be affected. But another reason why they might be affected is that and Eva wasn't talking about that, part of the infusion protocols, the intravenous protocol, is a neural therapy. And the neurotherapy is basically giving your system into parasympathetic. So it is balancing all your body, the parasympathetic system. So the organs you cannot, cautiously,
automatic.
It's automatic change. So it is bringing, and that's what we see, and it's beautiful. And that's what Eva probably just now described, that it's bringing people into their more selves. It sounds weird, but it is just so visible in his surgery when people come over after the second day. So for the third day, infusions and minerals and support, that they look different. Like sometimes they look different on the chair right away, and they describe stories and their experience, what they have perceived. But it is very interesting to see how different people, like, we see them differently and they feel differently. So for this man, it might have been that he was more emotionally open. He talked to his wife. He said, I usually don't do that. I don't know what happened, but I felt like I need to share more of my emotions. So we were talking for hours. And then he said, had a sudden outburst of creativity. I was writing down like my ideas and, business plans and things like that. So again, like Eva said that, I'd like to stress it. Wisdom teeth lie on a meridian of a heart and small intestine, as in for organs, but also central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. So it is all about the energy metabolism. I do remember my experience, Eva. I was just like 12 years old again. I was just like so much energy. I was like, what can I do? Probably similar to your client. I just wanted to write down my ideas, and I was just like hype on energy. So, and that's another thing why you cannot like sleep, because like there's almost, you get a new force of energy in you. Something's opening up, meaning clearing the infection, and you're just getting really a lot of energy. So I find it fascinating.
Yeah, and I have to say to my story that the frequency device I had before my surgery was saying that the 60% of energy goes to my wisdom teeth. So it is also possible to measure. And that's why we see lots of gratefulness in clients after the extraction, and not because of we did the surgery, but because they come back to themselves. And it's beyond physical, it's on some different level which is beautiful to see and difficult to describe.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna share one more story. This was after a ceramic implant placement. So this was a young lady, 30-year-old young lady, and she almost looked like, she looked so feminine, so gentle and so sensitive. And it was just such a different look and a face and a person the very next day that I was just so impressed. And I asked, like, how are you feeling? And she was like, very calmly, I'm just so well. And I could see that in her eyes. She's just coming back to her, femininity, to her gentleness, to her,
And
very soft self.
For people who don't understand, it's about that the hidden chronic inflammation is putting you in stress. It's not about that we would like to find the feminine. It's about that the chronic inflammation is putting you in sympathetic mode. So that's why lots of women, they don't get pregnant, and after wisdom teeth, they get pregnant when they're removed, because they were in chronic stress. The nerve system was, and you don't even know that it's connected. So it's just because you are removing the source of issue, of problem, of chronic toxicity. That's why the nerve system calms down, and that's why you are a softened person, men and women, both of them. So beautiful stories. I would love to share more. So we would end up this episode, and let's talk more about wisdom teeth in the next episode. See you next time.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for joining us on Healing Through Dentistry podcast.
We hope today's conversation has inspired you to see your smile as the gateway to whole body well-being.
To stay connected, visit us on our website or follow us on social media.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who could benefit.
Until next time, remember, healing starts with a smile.
Take care,
and we will see you in the next episode.